Hey again, guys. You know what I like to do when I'm all alone on a Friday night? I like to look at some baseball cards. Hey, I have some cards to show you. I had a hard time getting back to my chair here. I've been taking all kind of stuff out for my videos and not putting it back, and I'm in total disarray. I may have a hoarding problem. But you know my philosophy with hoarding. It's not hoarding if you have cool stuff. That's what I tell my wife anyway. All right, guys, I have some things to show you. I'm going to start off with a set that Dave Bluejacket 66 told me I should get. So I did. It's a rare set. It's a 1962 Sugardale Wieners card. And it's of Dick Groat. Now, Dick Groat was a shortstop on my Pirates, and then he went to the Cardinals. Won 2 World Series, one with the Pirates, one with the Cardinals. He was probably one of the top 2 best-hitting shortstops of the 50s and 60s, him and Ernie Banks. He won the MVP award and the batting title in 1960. He was a two-sport player. He was an All-American baseball player and basketball player at Duke. And he was drafted but in the NBA, too. And he played for the Pistons in the 52-53 season. And 52 was his rookie season with the Pirates as well. Now, what's interesting is here it says, this card may be wiped with a damp cloth. And I find that funny because isn't that what they're doing now before they send them to PSA? The back has tips on how to play shortstop. Rare set. All the Wieners cards, all the Hot Dogs cards are pretty rare. I mean, Frank's is probably the most common of all the hot dog cards. And I got this 1968 Pirates team issue. Now, PSA will label these 67, 68, and I think 69. They issued these 3 years. But there's no way to tell them apart. So it's suspect that the PSA would give them a specific year to me. I think they should be labeled 67 to 69 because they're the same thing. The envelope is different. So unless you got them in the envelope, you really wouldn't know what year they were. But anyway, PSA has labeled this one PSA or 1968. Beautiful Clemente there. A day after Roberto Clemente Day. I had to explain to my daughter why they have a day for Roberto Clemente. You know, she doesn't know. I took her in as a teenager, so she didn't grow up with me. She knows of Clemente, but I had to explain the significance. The humanitarianism. Humanitarianism. Is that a word? But it was fun. It was fun telling her the story of Roberto Clemente. I got this cool thing from 1945. It's a Wheaties cartoon of Don Hudson, my man, who I think is one of the greatest receivers of all time. Certainly back in the day, just dominated all other receivers. And, of course, set the touchdown mark, which at one time was considered to be like Babe Ruth's home run record. Of course, they only played 9, 10, and 11-game seasons when he played. And Steve Largent broke it. But as I always say, that was after the Mel Blount rule. But I have another one of these. I have a George Mikan, too. I got this, this is a 1951 Bromide, and this is Fumio Fujimura, Japanese Hall of Famer, and it is such a cool-looking card. Got the Japanese on the back. I always keep the name just in case I forget later. I used to be able to read and write some Japanese. They had three alphabets they used, two main ones, hiragana and katakana. But then they also kind of use kanji, not so much, but kanji's kind of ubiquitous throughout the Asian countries. But I used to be able to read it, actually, and write it, but man, you know, that was so long ago, and if you don't use it, you lose it. I got this A.J. Brown. I love him as a receiver. Man, watching him with the Titans, I couldn't understand why they don't go to him more, but man, a big target. And I did a video on my 1980-81 basketball cards, and I have all, I don't know if I have all the posters, but I have most of them, and I found out that I didn't have the Lakers, so I had to pick that one up. So, Sugar Dale, get to add another set. You know, it's a slow, monumental task to try to get at least one card from every vintage set. But may never reach it, but it sure is fun to try. I spend the rest of my life trying to get at least one card from every set. Now, I get distracted because there's all these other great cards I want from sets that I already have. But it's going to be fun trying. Okay, guys. Have a great Friday night. If you watch this later on, have a great day. Thanks for watching.